Yo guys, what's going on? Rob with 421 Media House coming at you again with another deck review. I asked you guys last week what you wanted to see. You wanted to see the Typhoons by Theory 11, or did you want to see the Royal Reserves by Jeremy Griffith and Ellusionist? Unfortunately, the Tycoons lost out, so we've got the Royal Reserve editions by Jeremy Griffith and Ellusionist. These are kind of branded as a luxury playing card. They've got a beautiful tuck case that really showcases that. It's a matte black with a gold foil on it. Beautiful tuck case. Really nice design. On it you can see we've got a quote by Jeremy Griffith here: "By playing a smarter opponent, you only get smarter." The one side has 2 of clubs. Back side says Jeremy Griffith Royal Reserve Edition. One little thing that I think that's kind of nice about this is it says luxury playing cards on it, because that's what they are. Right here it says 56 pieces, 3.22 ounces. I think that's just kind of a nice little neat touch on the deck. The top of the tuck case here on the flap just says Royal Reserve. The inside of the flap says Republic Collection. If you take the cards out, the tuck case is just a matte black blank, empty inside. It's nothing too special. So let's take a look at the cards and see what we've got. Taking the cards out of the box, you're going to find a 2-face gap card, and you're going to get a double backer with it. Kind of a nice little touch. Nice if you're doing magic or whatever with the cards. Let's flip them over here. We're going to take a look at the back side. We've got this really cool, unique, almost like copper color, gold color. It's very similar to like a whiskey type color. I think it's really cool, and it gives this neat, unique back design that you kind of haven't seen too much of before. It almost gives a 3D popping effect. I don't know if these cards are marked or not. I did take a look, and I couldn't find anything in my research as to if they are marked, how they're marked. So if anybody knows about that, you can drop me a comment below, and I'd be really interested to know, but I couldn't find any information about that. Really interesting, unique back design on all the cards. You can see here, pretty neat stuff. If we flip them around, we can take a look at the faces. Now, there's 2 Jokers. They are these kind of unique signed Joker. This brings up my first issue with this deck. If you take a look at this Joker here, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but you can see the card itself is a little bit damaged on the edge here. Kind of a bummer to see that. I don't know if the lighting is going to be good enough that you can see it. I've done a little bit of research on that, and I guess I'm not the only person that's had that issue with my cards coming out of the box. There was some damage, and I think it was just in the cutting process. It's really unfortunate that a super luxury edition playing card like this has damage on the cards. And let's get into the faces of the cards here. Kind of a unique face design. Really small pips, very interesting, but neat to look at. They've got a bit of a different layout than your traditional playing card does, but it's kind of neat to see that. It's a little different. Once you get to the court cards, they've got this very unique, for bicycle standard faces, they've kind of got a unique color palette on them, and they're very matted out. Once you get into the diamond cards, as you can see here, the red cards, they've got that same gold, brass, coppery color on the face of the court card, the red cards. Kind of interesting to see that. Same thing with the blacks. You don't have just the black and white, and then the reds, you got your Suicide King. Really interesting to see the faces of the cards. Kind of being a little bit different, but still nothing too much that's going to take away if you're planning on doing magic or something from the cards. Let's take a look and see how they handle. So these cards are a crushed stock. They feel very similar to what we've seen from Ellusionist before. They do feel a little bit thinner. I would say they feel very similar to how the Memento Moris felt. Really nice feeling cards. They are traditionally cut. They fan really well. They have that magic and performance coating on them. They are air cushioned or linoid finished, whatever you want to call it. So they overall performed very, very good. Where these cards really lose it for me is with the value. If you buy these from Ellusionist, they're about $100 a deck out of their store. I think they're only available now through their secret store, so if you don't know about that, you can give me a message and I'll give you some information on that. They're about $100, like I said. I got them as part of a package with Ellusionist. I bought a couple other decks and it got thrown in there as a free gift. I would not pay $100 for these. They're not worth it. I've never paid $100 for a deck of cards. I probably won't. I would love to get my hands on some of the more expensive cards out there just to do a review on them, but you know, I'm not spending $100 on a deck of cards. So I'm going to break this down for you guys. The tuck case, I think it's a very luxury feel, kind of neat, classy, elegant design. Give it an 8 out of 10. The design of the cards, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10, very unique. Unfortunately, they were damaged, so they're going to lose a couple points for me in that category. The performance of them, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. Value, I'm going to give them a 1 out of 10, just because I think $100 is too expensive for a deck. We're going to be left with an overall score of 24 out of 40 on these cards. Overall, not bad, but just too expensive. Coming up next week, we've got the Phantoms by Ellusionist versus the Ignites. So if you guys are interested, you can vote on these on my Instagram account tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and I will be posting the results on Saturday morning, playing with cards for a week like I always do. When that week is up, I will film a review and throw it up on YouTube. If you guys are new here, please be sure to sub to my channel. If you guys like this video, drop me a like. If there's anything that I can do better you want to see in the future, just leave it in the comment section below. Thanks guys, have a good one.